Hey everyone, Potter Sam, welcome to another inbox review, and yet again it's another Alpha Models kit. Now, the reason I'm reviewing this, it is quite a impromptu review, is this is going to be my next build. Literally a spur of the moment thought of this evening. It's currently 8 PM in the UK, and I thought about an hour ago, do you know what? Let's build this kit. I've got the colour there already. I picked out a few weeks back from Gravity, and we're going to build Alpha Models Aston Martin DB11. So I've had this kit for a while. It's a beautiful, beautiful car. It really is a stunning looking car. And I thought, you know what? Let's do an Aston. Makes a change from Porsches and Ferraris. I've not built an Aston from Alpha yet, no. And the only other Aston I've ever built was Tamiya's DB11, which was a long time ago as a video build. You go back on the channel. So this is what we're going to build today. Looks a lovely kit. I've already looked through the box before when I checked off all the parts originally. But we're going to go through the box, have a look at everything in depth, and have a little bit of a chat about colours we're going to use and the way we're going to go with the build. So there we are. So let's jump in with the review after these words. Hey everyone, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, get notified of our latest videos, give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and leave a comment. I do read and appreciate every comment you guys and girls leave behind. I may not reply to them all, but they are all appreciated. And there's a link in the description of the video that takes you to a big long list of all handy videos and a lot of the products I use in my videos. You now have the chance to support the video content creation by using Patreon or the PayPal me link in the description down below. All the videos always remain free to watch. This is just your chance to help support the videos. Right, so another Alpha Models, this time the wonderful Aston Martin DB11. So you've got your normal kind of schematic plan that side, and then a pretty awful colour rendition on the other. Not sure where this kit was bought from. Could do with a few more stickers on to let everybody know. And I've got to admit, it's a real pet hate of mine, this. I hate it on my model kits, but anyway, that's a small price to pay, isn't it? So inside, typical Alpha Models packing, which is pretty decent to be fair. Plenty of bubble wrap. The body's individually bubble wrapped as well, with the chassis and the interior in. We've got the bag of the wheels. Brake, steering wheel, etc. Some of the interior parts. We've got lights, small parts. Some come off the paw stub, as you can see. Screws, loads of screws in this one. Photo etch, badges, decals, the windows, all in a nice bag there as well. And our instructions. And I say instructions in the loosest sense of the term, because if you've built one, you'll know they're not really instructions. They are a vague guide in how to build the car. So, let's start off with the body. Let's have a look at what we got. So, this is a beautiful, beautiful car. So, as I say, you get your chassis. They're completely plain. Nothing on that side of the chassis at all. Inside here, we have our interior tub with some beautiful rear seats molded into the back. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful, beautiful seats. Very pretty. So this is going to look really good. Not sure interior colour yet. We'll pick that later. And then this absolutely beautiful body shape. Absolutely stunning. Classical Aston Martin shape. It really is a pretty, beautiful, sleek car, this. As usual, Alpha Models, pretty flawless resin. No problems on there whatsoever. Your usual bit of dust in that in the panel lines, which will all wipe out. A few little swaths of resin that'll just need wiping out, like on these B pillars here. Just literally don't even need a sander in there. A cocktail stick will get rid of those bits more than likely. If you put it in there and just run it up and down the edge, like so. There you go, and they're gone. So it is just very light remnants of the casting process or the pouring process. But beautiful, absolutely lovely, nice to scale panel lines. Just gorgeous lines of this car. It is a real beautiful car, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. You just can't fault Alpha Models resin. It really is beautiful. It puts a lot of other resin manufacturers to shame. So colour on this, I've got Gravity, I got to say this properly, Braemar Blue. So this is a nice dark blue. It doesn't really look like it does on the bottle there. I'll try and put a picture up in the beginning and end segment of the colour I'm thinking of doing. but it is a nice dark blue, and it really does suit this car because I found real pictures of the real thing. But the body shell, absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous lines, gorgeous body panels, beautiful details, and beautifully moulded resin. We've got the sun visors, the upper console there as well, moulded in. Roof linings there as well. And just lovely. The interior is beautiful. Not sure on colour interior. Maybe cream on this. I think cream and that dark blue would be a really nice combination, but just stunning. They are an absolute pleasure to build these things because of the quality. And I know a lot of people comment saying, oh, it's even got an engine and it costs such and such amount. Yada, yada, yada. But they're still worth the money. They're lovely kits. They really are. So, on some interior bits. So, we have our dashboard. So again, quite nice as well. Some nice detail cast in there. Very, very pretty. Obviously, there must be a console to go in there. Now, I believe this comes with these things, which are moulds for shaping some. I can't remember if it's the headlights or something. I forget what it is, but you get a mould there to do it. And there's another one there as well that's used to help. Yeah, so we'll look at that in the instructions in a little bit. We've got this big square block of resin. No idea what that's for. We'll have a look later. Door card. Another door card again. Nice detail on those as well. Excuse my hands. I had a paint spillage today and it's gone absolutely everywhere. Blue, Imperial, not Imperial. Estoril blue BMW everywhere. All over me. Absolutely covered in it. Pain in the backside. So door cards are nice. The seats. Seats are nice as well. Once they're all cut off and cleaned up, they're going to look really pretty. If I can get the camera to focus on them. They're going to look very, very nice as well. So some nice interior bits there. Like I say, we'll have a look at those moulds later because I know they're for shaping something. I remember seeing it when I looked at the instructions when I first got the kit. Next bag. We've got all our center console bits, instruments for the dashboard. So there's the binnacle for the dash. We've got center console bits, looks like an armrest, steering wheel. Like I say, excuse the state of my hands and nails, I'm just covered in paint. That and from sanding stuff today, absolutely filthy. This is a bit of an impromptu review this. I wasn't planning on doing a review tonight, but I suddenly got the urge to start this kit and I've got to do a review of it, so here we go. So, lovely parts there. Absolutely beautiful. We've got some very nice calipers as well. Brake calipers front and rear. So there's one of each there. They've got some nice detail to them too. So obviously there's a load of those. We've got wing mirrors. Got the handbrake calipers as well. There should be another one of those somewhere. Yeah, it's on there. So there's the rest of those parts where our handbrake calipers come from. Interior mirror and other stuff. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's there either way. Brake discs. We've got photo etch brake discs for this, but these are the actual center parts of it. So they are there. So you will use them, but we've got photo etch to actually depict the brake discs themselves. Wing mirrors. They're beautiful wing mirrors, aren't they? Absolutely stunning. Lovely shape to those. Very pretty. Another sprue, I'm going to call it. There's no sprue, more interior parts. Looks like we've got door surrounds, center console bits, all sorts of stuff there. I'm not going to pretend to know what all that is. But flawlessly cast. Headlights. There as well. Absolutely lovely. Exhausts, or exhaust tip, should we say. Again, beautiful, and the wheel hubs as well. There we go. Always advise keeping those on until the end because that way you can use instructions to ensure they go in the correct position. Because you don't want to put them in the wrong place because it makes life a little bit more difficult. They do tend to fit, but it makes the wheel offset sometimes or the ride height a bit wrong. And you can normally tell which one's which by the brake calipers. There's also this rather finely cast bit of resin. Absolutely beautiful. Very nice little grille. So that's looking good. So some nice bits in there. We'll have a quick look at this and look at the wheels. So in here, I've got to say, I do like the way everything's Ziploc bag. I've got loads of these bags. If anyone searches near, they'll think I'm a drug user because there's that many of these little baggies everywhere. I wonder what the hell's been going on. We've got the rear lights, those inset rear lights, which are lovely. Very, very nice. So they sit in the back of the car. We've got some smaller lights here as well. And our headlights as well. One of these is actually kind of broke off, but it seems to be okay. There, and then a whole load of parts in. I can open the bag because some of these have fell off, but looks like there's a gear shifter and some other small bits and bobs in there. I'm not going to pretend to know what they are, but they are in there. So be very careful of these parts, especially those shaped lights, because they break very easily. And of course, make sure you bag everything up and you pick everything up. And if you're in doubt with any bits, tiny bits of resin like that, if you're in any sorted out, pop them in the bag rather than risk throwing them away. Then we've got screws. So there are 8 screws, 9 screws in total there. So we'll have a look where it's going to be screwed later on. And then these wheels as well. So the staggered wheels. So the rears are bigger than the wider than the fronts. So we'll just grab one of each. Quite an unusual design. Oh, God, chuck it, why don't you? Actually, quite a nice wheel. Actually, they're the 2 fronts. There we go. There's a front and a rear. So you can see the size difference. One's much wider than the other. Tread's beautiful on the Alpha Models tyres. It really is. There's no seam on there whatsoever. My only criticism is I'd like to see some manufacturer marks on the tyre because they are completely plain. I'd really like to see that, but those wheels are beautiful. I do like those. Not sure on wheel colour. I'd probably just go silver colour on this one, I think, for a bit of a change. But they're very, very nice wheels. They're going to look really good. Going to need a light cleaner because there are a few wisps of resin flash in there. But nothing too difficult. And then we're on to the bag of goodies. And our instructions, which we'll look at in a minute. So in here, we have all our bits and bobs. So we've got some very nice metallic Aston Martin water slide badges. They're always a nice addition to get. They look great. We've got some Aston Martin stickers. These are stickers, these things. The actual names themselves. Mirror inserts. Looks like a surround for a grille or a console or something. And the interior mirror. We then have a small decal sheet which has our instruments on, brake caliper things, the sat nav, number plates, loads of little bits and bobs on there. The sensors for the wheels, they look good. There we go, that's what those parts are for. They're for forming the headlights out of the brass PE. So very malleable brass PE. Pop it in that, I'm sure it'll form into shape just perfectly. We will see. And then fret 1 of the PE, which is very, very thin stuff. And again, that's for mirrors, grills, could be speaker grills, center grill on the front, an Aston Martin stencil, is that? That could be a stencil. You see that? Little stencil at the bottom. Looks good. And loads of chrome surrounds and stuff. So we'll have a look where those go in a bit. Next up, we've got what looks like really awkward bits of some sort of grill. So that looks like a whole load of fun right there. I'll look through the instructions in that in a minute. And then another photo etch where we've got grills, surrounds, what have you there as well. Radiator by the look of it. Lots of PE in this one, there really is lots of it. Small one with, we've got some DB11 badges. Individual Aston Martin letters. So I'm not sure where they're going to go. But the individual letters. See them here? Just above there. So they're going to be fun. I don't know where the hell they go. And Aston Martin badges as well. Yeah, it looks like a whole lot of paint. And then on here, speaking of paint, we've got window wipers in PE. Lights around the discs as well, which are grooved. It's quite unusual. Very cool. And the number plates and obviously the hubs for the brakes. Paddle shifter, pedals. And I'm going to guess they're all inserts for all the lights. So some nice PE there as well. And then the paint on the backside, the windows. But to be fair, they're not too bad. Hopefully they'll be quite straightforward. If I remember right, Paul J. Lewis built this and said the windows were a bit short. So we cut the front ones off and used the back ones and made it look like the windows were down. So we'll play that by ear and see what it's like when we build it. Obviously, might be a flaw on his kit. Could be anything really. So we'll check that, and if it is, we'll probably do the same. We will see how that one goes. But lots of nice PE in there. Like I said, I know a lot of people complain because you don't get an engine, they're not worth the money. And that's fair enough. Everyone's got an opinion, and I respect everyone's opinion. But I think these are, for the quality of the parts that you get, with all this photo etch, you pay a lot of money for this in a detail upset. And the resin, high quality resin, which is superbly high quality compared to a lot of manufacturers out there. I think they are worth the money, to be honest. But cost is subjective, and if you don't think it's worth the money, then you don't think it's worth the money. That's fair enough. So on the front, we've got a very vague, horrible picture of the car in orange, which looks awful. Parts layout, as you see, I go through and I check off every part to make sure I've got everything. We've got badge locations. There's those separate Aston Martin badges, which need putting on the back. Wow. So apparently you can use that or them. Definitely be using the decals if we can do that, that's for sure. Nothing on the back. Then we've got interior. Let's have a look what we've got. So quite a busy interior on this one. Quite a lot to do. Dashboard's going to look good. Loads of nice pieces on the dashboard. Lots of focal points. There's beautiful rear lights. That's what the P is for. The rear diffuser. It's not for the lights. It goes in here. That's quite cool then, isn't it? So that's the P with that mold where we clamp it together and fold it up. That interior is going to look nice. We've got a grille. So did we not see that in resin? We did, didn't we? We had that in resin. Okay, so we can either do it in PE or resin. Yeah, or resin 64. Well, not gonna lie, that PE is going to be an absolute nightmare, isn't it? I think we'll be going with the resin on that. I think we will for ease. I think we definitely will. But we've got some nice details there as well. It's definitely going to be an interesting build, this one. The dreaded PE wipers, which they're not too bad. They're more of a pain to position than make, in my opinion. Making them I don't really mind anymore. Get them on the windscreen without leaving marks everywhere is where it's at. But yeah, not too bad. Window placement as well, which is quite straightforward. And then getting the brakes on. So this is a bit to pay attention to. So if you leave these on the pour stubs, if they're all individually numbered, you go back to our original sheet and find it. When you look at the picture, you can figure out which one is which. So I can see there, the R24 is that one. And I can cut it off, make sure I know, cut those two off, I know they're both the front and they're both the rear. And then where the discs go, because the rear one will have two indentations for the main caliper and the parking caliper. You can see where they go, but don't get them mixed up, it's a bit of a pain. And then screws, we've got four there, and then there's those black, kind of, not self-tappers, but yeah, they don't go anywhere. So we're just using 4 screws. And that is it. So it looks like it's going to be quite an interesting build. Not a huge part count, this is quite common for these. Lots of PE on this one though, there's what? 6 individual frets of PE. So that's going to keep us busy. Don't think we use that PE grill. I think we use the resin one. And that's it. So there's the kit. Looks beautiful. Very nice looking car. And I'm hoping it's going to look nice in this Braemar blue. Is that what we're calling that one? Braemar blue, would you say? I think it is. And yeah, there we go. Let's go back to me for some final thoughts. So there we go. That's it. That looks beautiful. Top quality kit from Alpha as usual. The resin's just flawless. It's just absolutely beautiful. Lots of PE in that kit as well. 6 frets of PE. Although one of them is for the grill. I don't think we'll do that grill. I don't think so. We'll have a go maybe. Maybe we could have a go at building it. I think the resin grill is the way to go, but I think the PE one probably would look better. We'll see. We'll see how that one goes. But beautiful looking kit. And as always, there'll be people that comment it's too expensive, and that's fine. If you think they're too expensive, that's up to you. I don't think they are. I think they're beautiful kits. They're great fun to build. Are very bespoke subjects. Let's put it this way. I've seen Tamiya's old £45 Aston Martin DBS that was £45 in the UK originally, selling for the cost of these and more. So it just shows you sometimes, doesn't it? Yes, that's a full plastic kit with an engine. Yes, I understand that. But this is a very bespoke kit, and yeah, it looks lovely. For me, worth every penny. And this one I bought a while back from Hero Boy. I think it was a few months back I bought it now. And I'm glad I did because it's a beautiful looking kit. So there we go. Like I said, going to the next build in that Braemar blue. So you'll see the first part of that up very soon. We got any comments or questions, pop them down below. Always happy to hear comments. And yeah, if you built the kit, I know Paul J. Lewis did. If you built the kit, let me know what you thought of it. And let me know what you think of the colour. I haven't shown the colour. It's this colour here, Braemar blue. I think it's a very pretty colour. It's quite hard to find colours of the car. There's a nice video online of one of them. If I remember, I'll stick it in the description. But I picked these specially from Gravity a few weeks back. And yeah, that's the colour I'm going to do this. And I think it'll suit it really well. That was silver wheels, I think we'll go for this time. So there we go. That's the end of that review. As always, like to support the videos. There's a Patreon me link down below. You get 2-week early access on all the videos, as well as a few other perks, a monthly live stream. There's also a PayPal me and a Buy Me a Coffee link down there. And there's links down there to everything. ISM, UMP, me related, it's all down there. Starring a Machine, my automotive-based modelling and real-life automotive-based group. There's Off Air Hangouts, a live stream page. You've got links to all the products I use in my videos. An email address to get in touch with me. And you can go and have a look at my stash over on ScaleMate. You want to see all the kits I've got in my stash. They're all linked down below as well. So there you go. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notification. And hit that thumbs up as well. Like I say, please leave a comment. Love reading all the feedback on your comments. And a question. I've not asked a question for a while. So, in your eyes, what is the prettiest car ever made? What do you look at and think, oh, would you just look at that? Would you just look at that? For me, it's tough because beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and I like some of the older Fords, like the Sierras and the Escorts, just because they're iconic to me. But I think the prettiest car probably ever made for me, it's got to be the 250 GTM. It has to be. We did that wonderful Fujimi one. Where is it? There somewhere. There. A while back. And I've got the beautiful Model Hero one to do, and it's just a beautiful car. So let me know what you think is the most beautiful car you've ever seen. Not in real life, just seen in general. And there we go. Thanks for watching today, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.